All right, folks, how you doing? Russell, TrueResults303.com. Check out the website. Coming at you again with another dietary video. This one, though, is going to be on the ketogenic diet. All right, a lot of people wonder what this is. You might not have even heard of it before, so that's why we're here discussing it. So a lot of people will get this confused with an Atkins diet. Do not get it confused with an Atkins diet. Atkins diet is just low carb. As long as you're not eating a carbohydrate, you're good. This is not what the ketogenic diet is about. The ketogenic diet is high fat, low protein, minimal carbs. So we break it down to percentages here. 80% fat, 15% protein, 5% carbohydrates or lower. We want to get as low of carbohydrate as possible. So we're really trying to maintain that blood sugar, keeping it low. So we're going to break it down with a sample meal plan. I have followed this diet before, about 3 weeks to a month. It is a very difficult diet to follow though. So breakfast, we're going 1 avocado, 1 medium avocado. Coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Lunch, peanut butter, 2 tablespoons. Half a cup of peanuts. Fresh coconut, 100 grams. Dinner, 2 eggs, sunflower seeds, 1/4 cup. So you're looking at it and you're probably thinking, there's really nothing in there. What's going on? How many calories is this? This is crazy. So fat, if you've looked at the previous videos on macronutrients, is the most dense macronutrient at 9 calories per gram versus a carbohydrate and a protein is 4 calories. So it's a little over double. So that's why there's so little food in this diet plan, because there's so much fat in it. So there's so many calories in it, but there's not much going on food-wise. So we're going to break it down here for you again. I didn't write it down, sorry. We were going for 1,740 calories. If we break it down, our fat, we're at 153 grams of fat. 76% of our diet is fat. You can see we were trying to hit that 80. We're fairly close. Next, we're going with protein. 49 grams, 11%. We wanted 15, so we hit it there. Carbohydrates, 57 grams, 13%. Well, what's going on? We wanted 5%. So what we're looking at, as you can see here, I added fiber. We're going net carbs. Fiber is a carbohydrate that cannot be broken down by the body. That's why it's good for digestive issues. So we have 30 grams of fiber in there. Subtract it, we're at 27. So we went from 57 to 27. I didn't do the math on it, but it's definitely getting us closer to that 5%. Carbohydrates, 1723. We were aiming for that 1740. All right? So what's the premise behind this diet? We want high fat, low protein. Why do we want high fat? So this is where they come in and they're trying to say we're getting the body fat adapted. We're giving the body only fat as fuel, so when we're not eating, the body is now kicked into fat burning mode instead of carbohydrate burning mode. So when we have no food in the system, since it's so efficient at burning fat, it's going to go for stored fat on the body and use that as fuel. Instead of when we're in a diet that has a lot of carbohydrates, we get that crash and then we just go and eat more carbohydrates. For here, they're saying we're not gonna hit that crash because we have plenty of fat stored on the body. The body is now going to start using those stored fat cells as food. So with this diet, you do have some hunger pains. It's not too bad. It's actually not as difficult as when you have a diet that has more carbohydrates in it. It is good for losing body weight. You know, I'm not going to say it's all fat. When I did perform this diet in the first week, I did lose 10 pounds. Now, some are going to say it's stored glycogen, which is just carbohydrates stored in the muscle. And as we're working out and we're not replenishing them because our carbohydrates are so low, that's where that weight loss is going to come from, is what they say. Then the research tries to say that you're burning more fat when you're not eating. But what they're trying to say is it's not that you're burning more fat, it's just that your diet is only fat, so of course it's only natural that your body's going to burn more fat. They try to say that when you're in a state between meals, you're not really burning more fat. It's just, it looks like you're burning more fat in the studies because it's such a high-fat diet. So like I said, this is not Atkins. It's really high-fat, low protein. The reason why they also say we want to go low protein is because once we start to consume high amounts of protein, the body can actually turn that protein into insulin and create an insulin spike. You get the same effect as if you ate carbs. So that's why they say the protein has to be so low, because we don't want that insulin to spike like it would with a carbohydrate, which is what the body can do if you deprive it of carbohydrate with protein. So that's why that protein has to be so low. And of course, carbohydrate is low because we're trying to prevent insulin spike as well. So there's that breakdown, folks, of a ketogenic diet. Of course, there's a lot more that goes into it. You know, I haven't done massive amounts of research that I can tell you, this is how you need to eat. This is what you need to do. Once again, it's just sharing knowledge, giving you a little bit of the fundamentals about this diet so you now can go out and actually do some research of your own and see if this diet is kind of something you want to experiment, or if in general it's right for you. This diet might be right for me, not right for the next person. No diet is set in stone for every individual out there. So, like I said, this is just a general breakdown of that ketogenic diet, something to look at, something to think about, another tool in the toolbox that you might want to use someday. So once again, do the research. Thank you for watching. Check out the website, results303.com, and I'll talk to you next time.